Hey, Smiling Jack here. This is my first ever vlog. My first video was the intro to my channel. As you know, this is going to be about my struggles with schizophrenia on a daily basis, trying to find people like me and just keep up with everything and try to get my battle out there, I guess. Um, and also try to get people more aware of what it's like to have schizophrenia. Also try to find more support for myself and for others who don't have support. I mean, I have a great support system, I have a great family, and I have good friends, but it's nothing, there's nothing like having someone who is, who's, I guess, knows what you're going through, you know? At least I've never had that type person, and I want to know that type person. But anyways, back to the point. Today I just wanted to talk about visual hallucinations. They, ever since I was a little kid, I've seen people randomly. Sorry, there's a bit of light there. It's getting all over my face right here. But ever since I was a little kid, I've seen people randomly, and there was always this reoccurring guy that I would see every time I would look out a window, or I would open the door too quickly, or I would see in the shadows. And have you ever seen the stranger danger guy? And he would have like that fedora, and he'd have the pulled up trench coat, and he was all black with like those weird like eyes, you know? I would see him, and it was always like really scary to me as a child, but I never really told anyone because I always thought, hey, you're just imagining it, you know, you were just, I don't know, I just thought it was childhood paranoia. And it went on for till I was in my teens, basically, and then it just manifested itself in other ways until I was seeing people in my yard at nighttime whenever I'd go outside, and we'd call the police and no one would be there, and then my parents would just think I was lying about seeing people in my yard, and hearing people knocking at my door or at my window in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day randomly. And you know, I'm sorry if I look really high all the time. They just have me on so many drugs that my parents call it fish eyes, that I just look kinda dead. But anyways, back to the point. It's been going on for so long that it just seems kinda natural now, but it still scares me a lot of the time. But I don't know that much about visual hallucinations. I just know what I go through, and what I go through is I see people. And I've seen different things. I've seen, out back we have a place set, you know, like with like a playground type thingy, and there's a gorilla that stands on top of it every now and then, and he just lives up there, and I'll see him every now and then. And I had this guy named Anthony who lived in my room, and he was my friend. He was really cool to me, but he wouldn't talk. But he was almost like a monster. He was, have you ever heard of, the Rake? He looked kinda like the Rake, basically. And, do your research on it if you want to, don't. He, was basically just broken in all types of areas, no hair at all, pale skin, but he was really tall. And, but he became my friend, and since the last hospital visit I've had, which was about a month or two ago, he's been gone because of some of the medication I'm on, and I really miss him, and because he was a comfort to me, you know, kind of like a comfort blanket, which is a sad thing to have, that a hallucination can be a comfort. But back to the point, I see random people huddled around themselves, and they'll just be staring at me random times. They'll just be looking at me, not doing anything, and then sometimes they'll just be walking around in my room just doing stuff, or sometimes they'll just be laying on the floor almost like they're planking, or they'll be crawling in and out from under my bed. And hold on. They get under that. They morph themselves to go under that. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. And you'll see that over in that corner, over there where there's that that thing, they'll sit over in that corner. I have to keep that that bathroom door closed because they'll all stand in there and just stare at me, and it becomes a real hassle having to hallucination proof your room sometimes, having to find where you're gonna have hallucinations and, I don't know, avoid it basically. And I get to the point where I'll have to walk through hallucinations, and that's a really weird feeling. So I instinctively say, excuse me, you know, I don't want to do it. I don't want to walk through them. Or other way here. I just woke up too, by the way. It's 1:50 in the afternoon. I didn't sleep at all. Voices going on all night, and a new medicine they put me on, Latuda, has got me agitated all night, and it's got me to where I have really bad restless legs at night. So yeah. Anyways, I want to hear back from you guys too. What if any of you have had visual hallucinations of any sort? What I was watching a video from this Ryan D guy. You should check out his channel. He has these weird ones where it's like almost on like a piece of paper. He sees like this thing play out, almost like on a, like it plays out like a video for him, and he perceives it as an act from God almost. And that's really interesting to me. I find schizophrenia really interesting as much as I find it terrifying, you know. It's a debilitating disease, but it's also, I don't know, it's sometimes a blessing and a curse. I guess you just get tired of fighting it alone, you know. Sorry if I keep messing with the camera. I'm really new at this. But yeah, and if anyone thinks that I should stop doing this, please tell me, because I have no idea what I'm doing. And if I'm not gonna have people watching this, and there's no point in me doing it, then please tell me straight off. I would love the feedback. So yeah, I guess this will be my first video. Thanks, and rate, subscribe, please comment. Above all else, I'd like to hear from anyone who watches. Thanks, bye.